Well, we finally got our carport up, and it is, I have to admit, a thing of beauty. It seems to be engineered to do exactly what it's supposed to do. And as we get it up, the wind picks up a little bit, and this thing starts swaying left to right, something awful. I'm sorry, front to back. Left to right, because of these braces up here, it doesn't sway this way to this way. But this way to this way, left to or front to back, it sways like crazy, and you can literally move it yourself. So I asked the installers, the two Mexicans, do they all do this? And they said, yeah, especially the larger ones. Now, as you can see, we had one put in that has a seam in it right there, if you can see it. See the seam? So you have one long panel coming all the way to here, and then it splits with that panel there. You can see the seam right there, and then it goes all the way to the front panel there. So it's two long panels put together to make one long carport. But it swayed like crazy left to right. So being in the ironworking business, I knew you could put bridging up. So you can see these X's. Now all that is just the strap, the galvanized steel strap that you would buy to tie down a mobile home. I put them in on an X pattern with those sheet metal screws that they used to install the building. You can see a little better here. And then I tagged them together in the center of the X to give it stability front to back. And in the back I put in a 3/16 cable, you can see here, in an X pattern, and I clamped it to the center to tie it together for stability that way. So I took and tagged the little braces to each side and bought a turnbuckle, put a safety cable on the turnbuckle so in case it broke in the wind, and then tied it together at an X pattern of the entire width of the carport. And like I was telling you, I put a cable clamp in the center to keep it from swaying left to right. And this makes the thing very steady. Now, like I was telling you before, the Mexicans drove these 3-foot anchors down in 6 places on each side. But when I asked them what value they had just being rebar pounded over on the top to look like a nail, they said pretty much nothing in sandy soil. Said the first time the wind blows, it'll pull these things right out of the ground. Well, the wind blew after a couple of days to only about 30 miles an hour, and all would be 12 of these are just like this. They're pulled out of the ground. That's only at a 30 mile an hour wind. This is supposed to be certified to 130 mile an hour winds. There's no way it would make it.